Hi everyone, this is Nagasri from TTWRDC Women's Kottagudam. I am pursuing final BCom General. First of all, I would like to thanks to our beloved Secretary Sir R.S. Praveen Kumar Sir and my Principal Ma'am and my lecturers because of providing this great opportunity in this pandemic situation also. So now I am going to entering into the topic. I would like to share a few words about principles 14 principles of management which was given by Henry Fayol. Okay, so principles of management here. First, before entering into the topic, I would like to share about the management. What is meant by management? Okay, see here, in simple words we comes to know about management is nothing but the art of getting things done through others. Okay, so the art of getting things done through others is known as management. Here, management is the process of designing and maintaining an environment in which individuals working together in groups efficiently accomplish selected aims. See here, management means what? It is the process of designing and maintaining an environment in which individuals working together in groups. Here, each and every person is going to be worked in groups to achieve the goals of the organization is known as management. To perform the task effectively and efficiently, so the management is going to do the work together in groups. By forming groups, they are going to do the work by dividing the work among employees is known as management. Okay, and we are in this class we are discussing Henry Fayol's 14 principles of management. In that, first principle of management is division of work. The word itself we are going to know the division of work means the work should be divided among employees, individuals and groups to ensure that effort and attention are focused on special portions of the task. See, special portions of the task means they are going to perform different kinds of tasks which was given by the superiors. Okay, see here employees are going to be divide the work among themselves, so the work should be divided among individuals and groups to ensure that effort and attention are focused on special portion of the task. Here Henry Fayol suggested that if there is division of work among employees, the work will be completed quickly and fastly, so there is a chance of saving the time also. So he suggested that in each and every organization there should be a division of work, so it is the best way to use the human resources of the organization. Which is the best way to use the human resources of the organization means division of work. So there should be a division of work among employees in organization. Okay, it is the first principles of Henry Fayol's management. Okay, next one, authority. Authority is nothing but the word itself comes to know authority. It is having authority. Who is having authority in organization? Top level management is having authority in organization. Okay, here the concepts of authority and responsibility are closely related. So when authority is there, there is a chance of having responsibility also. So that's the reason we are calling authority and responsibility, the words are related very closely, because authority was defined by Fayol as the right to give orders and power to exact obedience. Okay, here authority is given. Why authority is given means the Fayol defined that it is the right to give orders to their subordinates. Okay, so here subordinates are taking or receiving orders from their authority. Authority is nothing but their superiors. Okay, and the powers also, it is going to be delegate the powers also in sometimes. Okay, sometimes the powers of authority also delegating to their employees. Okay, and responsibility involves being accountable and is therefore naturally associated with authority. Here responsibility also, when the superiors are delegating some work or giving orders to their subordinates. So the subordinates are having right or responsibility to take orders from their superiors and work to perform that such type of work. Okay, so here authority, there is authority and there is a chance of having responsibility in equally, because when it is performed by worker or subordinate, so it is the responsibility of to perform the task. Okay, to whom it is responsible means the worker or the management or employee who is taking to perform the task, he is responsible, or she or he is accountable to that work to be performed in within time. If he or she is not perform the work within time, they are accountable why they are not, why they don't perform the work within time. Okay, so that's the reason authority and responsibility are very closely related words. Okay, if there is authority, there is a compulsory chance of having responsibility also. And next one, discipline. Discipline means in each and every organization there is having discipline. If there is no discipline, there is no what, there is no such type of successful organization. Okay, so if there is discipline, there is having chance of successful organization. For example, we'll take our college. We are following many rules and regulations while going from hostel to college or college to hostel. Okay, not only going by studying, by giving such type of seminars, all these all are rules and regulations which are followed by us. Okay, so if we are following in disciplined manner, so there is a successful organization. Yes, so in the same way, in organization there is a discipline committee, or there is discipline, having principle of discipline is very very important. So there is a chance of having successful organization also. Okay, next one, unity of command. Unity of command means here the word itself, it is going to be uh, tell the meaning that command means what, giving orders or passing information to their subordinates or to their lower level ones. Okay, here workers should receive orders from only one manager. If worker is going to receive orders from more than one manager, he or she may get confusion. Okay, they are not clarity about what they are receiving. Okay, so there should be a clarity, means they should receive the orders from only one manager. So here, if they are receiving the orders from only one manager, there is a possibility of having unity of command. Next one, fifth one, unity of direction. Here unity of direction means the entire organization, entire people in organization, employees may be all, they are working, they are moving towards a common objective of the organization. Yes, so they are moving in common objective, in a common direction to achieve the organizational goal, means there is a chance of having unity of direction. By having coordination and communication among all employees, they are going to move towards a common objective of the organization in a common direction. So there should be unity in having direction. Okay, and next one, subordination of individual interest to general interest. Here subordination of individual interest to general interest means the interest of one person should not take priority over the interest of the organization as a whole. See, here a group of people are working together to achieve the organizational goal. Yes, right? So when they are working together to achieve the organizational goal, there should be uh, individual interest to the general interest. There should be subordination of individual interest to the general interest. Here they should not give priority to one person, they have to give priority to all group of people in organization. So there is a chance of having taking all interests of the group of people. Okay, they should include all interest, whatever the interest is having, who whoever they having interest or new ideas, they should consider all interest of the people in organization, because it is having unity. Okay. And next one, seventh one, remuneration. Remuneration means salary. Okay. Salary here, it defines that based on considering many variables such as cost of living, supply of qualified personnel, and general business conditions. So based on these variables, the salary, the remuneration or rate of pay to the workers is going to be considered. Okay. How they are considering the rate of pay means based on such type of all things, how much work they are performing, how much task they are performing, how much time they are taking to perform such type of work. So based on that working hours, based on that work they performed, they are going to give the remuneration to the workers. Okay. Our rate of pay. So it is also very very important, because how much they perform, how much they are getting. So in this they are having what they are having, satisfaction, employee satisfaction in remuneration. Okay. So it is also one of the 14 principles of management which was given by Henry Fayol. Next one, centralization. Centralization means what? It is one of the important concept of what? Principles of management. How we will define that? Centralization means it is based on, depending on top level management, related to top level management. Okay. Here centralization and decentralization are there, two words. Centralization flows from upwards to downwards, top level management to middle level management, and middle to lower level. How means, for example, top level management to want pass to information to lower level management. So they will pass information to middle level management. With the help of middle level management, the information will be passed to lower level management. Okay. So in this way process, it is being called as centralization. How? Centralization belongs to top level management. Okay. It is lowering the importance of lower level management. But whereas decentralization, it is increasing the importance of lower level management. It means it is increasing the importance of subordinate role. Okay. Right. How? It is decreasing the importance of authority role. How? They will make decisions, all they will do, or they will perform the task which was given by top level management, and they'll submit to the top level management. Okay. So here the decentralization is increasing the importance of subordinate role, and centralization is increasing the importance of authority role. It means top level management role. Okay. Next one, scalar chain. Scalar chain is very very important in each and every organization, because without scalar chain there is no communication process. Okay. How they will get communication means the help of scalar chain only, from one person to another person. Okay. So managers in business, how they will get communicated means, managers in hierarchies are part of a chain like authority scale. Each manager from the first line supervisor to the president possesses certain amounts of authority. See, here each and every manager is having somewhat authority. Okay. See, for example, I am one of the manager or employee in one organization. So I am having such one one type of authority. It means I'm having such what quantity of authority. Okay. Each and every person in organization is having some authority. So here, but president will have most uh, certain amounts of authority. Okay. High level of authority he will be having or she will be having. Okay. The first line supervisor, the last and least. Lower level managers should always keep upper level managers informed of their work activities. Okay. Here the lower level management, whatever the task or work is performed by them, so it should be informed, it should be submitted to their superiors. It means top level management. So their work should be submitted always to the top level management, because based on their work only, based on the task performed by them only, the top level management is going to be take future decision makings. Okay, so they will make future decisions. Okay, and they will frame with the future policies also with the help of the decision making. So in scalar chain there is one thing, that is gangplank. If this gangplank, when it is used in organization, means when such sudden decisions are to be taken or sudden decisions are to be made, it means in emergency situations. So with the help of gangplank they can meet, they can communicate to whom they want to communicate. Okay, so gangplank is also one of the important concept in scalar chain. Okay, scalar chain is one of the principles of management which was given by Henry Fayol. And next one, 10th one, order. Okay, order means the word itself we are going to know that order. Order means keeping such things or people in one order or in one way. Here people are going to be having an order for the sake of efficiency and coordination. All materials and people related to specific kind of work should be treated as equally as possible. Yes, here for the sake of efficiency and coordination, not only the things are kept in order but also people should also equally kept in order. For what? For achieving the organization goals effectively. Okay, and 11th one, equity. Here equity means what? Equal opportunity or equal treatment. Okay, in organization all employees should be treated as equally as possible. Here treating one employee another way and another employee in another way is very wrong. It means giving importance to one employee and giving less importance to another employee, it is wrong. Okay, so in organization all employees should be treated as equally, because all employees are working towards and they are keeping their efforts towards to get organizational goal, one common objective. Okay, so they are keeping their efforts to get one common objective. So that's the reason all employees should be treated as equally as possible in each and every organization. So in this way they will get satisfied. Okay, and 12th one, stability of tenure of personnel. Here stability of tenure of personnel means retaining productive employees should always be a high priority of management. Here hiring of new workers is another way, and existing employees will be treated and they will be given, always they have to be give high priority in each and every work. Means in case of remuneration, in case of performing the task, in case of any other opportunities also, first existing retaining employees should be given high priority. Okay, because they are retaining, they are having stability. Okay, the employees should be have stability in each and every organization, because their time period will be there. So from here to from this time to the time, so the time period will be stabilized by the organization. Okay, so employees also they should have stability of tenure of personnel. Okay, and next one, initiative. Initiative is nothing but the word itself we are going to know. Initiative means getting new thoughts, getting new ideas, or getting new initiative steps, taking initiative steps. Okay, so in management process in organization, each and every employee should give opportunity to work or to initiate others, or it they should encourage other employee to take new decision process and new steps and new initiative ideas. Okay, because one is having one idea and another employee is having another idea, so here group of people are working together to achieve one common objective. Means so each and every employee should have opportunity to take new steps. Okay, so they should encouraged by others and they should give opportunity to take new ideas, new steps by to frame new policies. Okay, in decision making process also they should give chance to each and every employee. And next, last one, 14 principles of management is e-spirit decops. E-spirit decops, the word itself we are coming to know that they should have team spirit in each and every organization. All employees together, they are working, they are forming in group, and they are working for the main motive of the organization